right, so now we are going to look at another thing to review. This is called the distributive property. And when you do the distributive property, if you notice the two examples, right, they do 3 times the first number, and then they do 3 times the second number. Okay, and then notice how they just bring the sign down. Notice how they just bring the sign down. And then this gives you 3x. This gives you -3 or -3. And those two cannot be put together, right? Those aren't in the same tree. So it would just stay 2 separate terms. Okay? So if you do that in the second one, I know the -7's in the back, and that's really weird. So I'm going to move it up here just to make my life easier because it's kind of weird. All right? So here and here, that gives us this here. This here. And then notice that they just made the plus and negative into a minus. Okay? So again, look at this one. We have -2 times y. And we have -2 times 5. -2 times y is just -2y. -2 times 5 is -10. So again, as a final answer, we could write -2y minus 10. And I guarantee, again, some of you, this should be review, hopefully. And you probably, from last year when you did it, you may not need these 2 steps. You may be able to go from here to here. Whatever makes sense in your brain is what I want you to do. Okay? So I want you to kind of use that. I want you to try 5. If you're stuck, come check in. Welcome back. So if you were stuck, right, we should have had -6 times x. And then you also should have had -6 times -7. -6 times -7. All right. So this would just be -6x. -6 times -7 is +42. And if you were the person who wrote -6x and then you did minus -42, right, that would still become a big old plus sign. So this would be -6x plus 42 still. Okay. What about number 6? What about number 6? Welcome back. If you do not pause it, try it. Come on, you got this. So I'm going to do this one off to the side. So we have -3x. Oh, this one's a little bit harder because it's got a negative in front. But a negative times a negative is a positive, so that's fine. So we would have a +3x. And then this would be -3 times -7, which is a +21. So you should have had 3x plus 21. If you're confused how I'm getting that right, the sign on the 7 is a negative. If you're the person that maybe you need to say, okay, this is one thing and this is one thing, right? You do what makes sense in your brain. You do whatever makes sense in your brain. You got this, okay? And then we're going to go on to the very last thing, which is solving 2-step